Hello there. My name is Samuel Wister, and I am an aviation maintenance student with LeTourneau University, and I am here to discuss my risk matrix and how it can be applied to situations within the maintenance shop. I'm a maintenance student, and I have shop experience, so this is what I am good at, this is what I know, and so this is what my matrix will be applied to. So, let's get started. This is my matrix. Try to hold it still so that way you can see everything. Now, I have labeled this side as hazard and this side as severity. Now, this is more human factors implied, but human factors are an important thing when it comes to accidents and how likelihood that they cause the accident. So we're going to talk about the mechanic. Mechanic is experience, know-how, that sort of deal. So let's look at it. So we have years of experience. The more experience a mechanic gets, the less likely he is to make a mistake. Now, granted, this could lead to complacency, but he at least has more know-how and has some tricks of knowing what not to do. Don't do this, but do it this way. And then we have like the complexity of the work. Has he done it before? If he's never done it before, there's a big chance that he might make a mistake and could possibly be catastrophic depending on what the mistake is. But the more he does it, the less likely he's going to make a mistake. The more times you change your tire, the more likely you're going to know what to do and what not to do. The more times you change an engine, the more likely you know what to do. That sort of thing. So let's get started. So we have ourselves a piston engine shop. All piston aircraft. Pipers, Cessnas, that sort of thing. So you have a new guy come in, and for some reason the supervisor says, hey, go to that Cessna 172 and disassemble the nose gear, the nose wheel, that sort of thing. Now, this guy's never done it before. He's got little to no experience. He's never done this before. The odds of him making a mistake are pretty big. He may not know that you're supposed to deflate the tire before you take the wheel hubs off, which in some cases can explode and be harmful to him. Or if he reassembles it, puts it in, maybe he forgot to grease the bearings. That could be really bad. It may not have an effect on flight, but if the airplane were to make a hard landing, that could be very bad for the nose gear and cause a lot of damage. So, how do we prevent such a thing from happening? It's the landing gear. Not as likely to kill somebody, but it's still a problem. So let's look at this. So we have a new guy, little to no experience. He's down here. That's bad. That's a lot of yellow and red I'm seeing. There's a good chance something bad will happen. He's never done this before, which is also bad. You have a very high likelihood of a mistake being made, which is really bad. We don't want that. We don't want that. So how do we prevent him from making a mistake? Well, we have somebody watch him or show him how to do it. That is the best way. Now, for piston shops, they don't make as much money, so they can't exactly send their guys off to go get certain training. But you have experienced guys in your shop. You have the guy go with him step by step by step, from taking off the nose wheel to disassembling the nose wheel to reassembling it, forwards, backwards, that sort of thing. And so someone has shown him how to do it, and maybe he said, all right, now we're going to do this next one, but I want to watch you. He goes through it, he does it well. Now he's less likely to make a mistake because he's watched somebody do it. He's done it himself. There we go. Repetition. Can't cause complacency, but at the same time, less likely for someone to make a mistake. So let's take it a step up. You have a mechanic with 5 years of experience. Been doing this for a long time. He works in a business jet shop. And he works on Lears, Falcons, that sort of deal. But now we have a new plane, a Citation Sovereign. He's never worked on a Citation before. This is interesting. What's this doing here? Guy comes up, hey, can you come replace the engine-driven pump on this? He's never worked on a Citation. He doesn't know what nuances may be with this, but he's at least done it on another Lear or a Falcon. So, it's like, okay, it can't be that much different. But there could be some nuances that maybe he doesn't realize. Or he's supposed to have put some grease right there, put an O-ring there. He doesn't know that. Which means he may cause a mistake. If the engine-driven pump goes out, hydraulics may be screwed, in which your landing gear may collapse, and that's a lot of damage, and could hurt somebody. Let's go to the risk matrix. So we have a mechanic with 5+ years of experience. More than 3. So, less likely for something bad to happen. But he's never done this before. It's in the yellow. Why? Well, because he's had experience. He's worked on other planes with similar designs. So it can't be that. It is less likely for him to make a mistake. He at least knows the basics of how to do it. But he doesn't know all the specifics. Now, how can we mitigate such a risk? Well, The first one is obvious, supervision. Have somebody watch him how to do it, or at least have another mechanic show you, like, oh, hey, don't forget to do it like that, or that sort of thing. Or in some cases, like a lot of big maintenance shops like Duncan Aviation do, is they send their guys off to schools to learn how to do that. Pratt & Whitney does it for learning their PT6s or the PW4000s. Dassault Aviation does it. Bombardier does it. They have mechanics come to learn their systems and learn the specific nuances that make them run. And boom, less likely for a mistake to be made. So now, let's look at another situation. Mechanic with about a year and a half of experience. He's working at the shop for a while now. He's learned a few tricks. But now he's gonna work on the nose landing gear of Falcon 50. He's got to reinstall it. He's done this a couple of times though, so he knows some of the specific stuff. So we have a mechanic with 1 to 2 years of experience, not a lot, but he's got some. But he's done this a couple of times. So we go to done this a couple of times, and now we're in the yellow. Less likely for a risk to happen, but there's still a chance that something is going to fail. Now, how can we prevent a risk from happening? Now, if he's done this a couple of times, a mechanic's not going to watch over him. They're going to trust that he knows what he's doing. But for something less likely to happen, perhaps we should just inspect it after he's done to make sure everything was done right. Now, a lot of shops do this. They do double or triple inspections. They'll have a guy do it, have another guy look at it, maybe have another guy even sign off on it. With more inspections, the less likely of a mistake to be made, and less likely for an accident to occur. Duncan Aviation does this. I know there's some other maintenance shops that do this. They always do the double inspection. Less likely for a problem to occur. So, that is my risk matrix. That is my take on safety factors. Thank you very much.